my name is Monica Miller. I am a third grade teacher in Columbia, Missouri, and I teach at Mary Paxton Keeley Elementary School. I have seen educators, including myself, go from emphasizing with our students becoming lifelong learners and developing lifelong skills and helping them plan, dream for their future, to we have to do this because of the test. Why do I have to do this, Miss Miller? Well, we're going to have it on the test, or it may be on the test. I see it in my own child. When mine was going through the same school district, the emphasis was on the structure of the writing and not the quality of the writing. So spelling was put to the side, grammar was put to the side, just respond this way for the test. And so I saw it reflected in her. And I feel that way for my students. Am I helping them become those lifelong learners? Am I really helping them to develop skills that they truly will need for real life and not just for testing? So I agree that there should be some form of assessment just to see how students are developing. And if there are students who are struggling, what can I do as an educator to help them improve? But to give test after test after test after test to try to raise the numbers up for just to meet a certain score is such a disservice to not only our students but to our communities and to our nation. When No Child Left Behind began and the MAP testing entered into our classrooms, I was teaching in the lower grades. And for the first couple of years, it really didn't affect us. I was teaching first grade, kindergarten, first grade combination classroom, and basically we were just being told to keep the kids quiet in the hallways as they walked while the upper grades took the test. So that was our experience with it. I would say within 4 to 5 years after that, we began to feel the stresses of Nickleby in the lower grades through our upper grade colleagues. They were demanding that we begin teaching so that curriculum was covered before the kiddos even entered third grade. So we were starting to have third and fourth grade teachers come to us, make sure you're teaching this, make sure you're covering that, so that the kids are exposed to it. Starting in January, our curriculum pretty much stopped, and from January until April, it was all prepared for the MAP test. We used to have notebooks, I kid you not, in Columbia, about this thick, full of activities, how to help your students respond a certain way to the MAP questions. So your reading groups stopped, your writing groups stopped. I mean, it was basically read packets, answer questions, bubble in a correct way, respond a certain way, even how you structured your responses, all geared for the MAP test. Students were upset and frustrated. Students who struggled with reading cried a lot during this time of preparation. Parents were concerned. Would this have any effect on my child's grade? Would this have any effect on if my child advanced to 4th or 5th grade? Would this be on their permanent record? We got a lot of those type of questions. This year, we're being told that it's going away from paper pencil into computerized testing. We're interested in seeing how that goes. My school did pilot that. It was very stressful in that. There were a lot of questions on the screen. You literally had a story on one side and questions on the other. Students wanted to click on an answer, but it either wouldn't click. We had students get kicked off, booted off the computer. The program not boot up. How they clicked and responded was very interesting. The students thought they were clicking on, only to find out that their arrow wasn't on the word exactly. So, they knew the answer, but they just couldn't answer because the computer wasn't allowing it. It's changed completely from my 26 years of teaching.